there, I'm Sandy. Kudos to you for successfully installing the game. I'm impressed, but I don't want to tax you too much, so I'll start with an easy question. How many people are going to be playing the game? That works. Now, player 1, let me know your name. Just type it in. Thank you, darling. Now, player 2. Okay, then. Player 3, it's up to you now. Let's get this baby rolling. Pick which episode you want to play. 30 seconds. Okay, player 1, your buzzer is the letter Q, as in quantum physics. Player 2, you're the letter B. B as in Beatles, like the Bugs, the Cars, the band. And player 3, how about you buzz in on the letter P? P like a peck of pickled peppers. 20 seconds. All right, ready? You're going to get a bunch of questions. First person to hit their buzzer gets first crack at the question. And you just pick the answer you think is right by hitting the number on the keyboard. Easy as pie. Now be careful.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see ya. Welcome to the Toys episode. You know, our little holiday tribute. I mean, hey, who doesn't love toys, right? Unless, of course, you have bad memories of toys. God forbid you should put your damn toy down for 5 minutes after opening it. We're gonna get started by passing out the hardware. So here's what you do with these screws. If you think your neighbor doesn't know the answer to a question, but you want to make them answer it anyway, buzz in and then hit the S key to screw them. Okay, you ready to go? Let's do it. Player 3, why don't you pick one? We're calling this one Where Hasbro Meets Rothko. I got $2,000, says you don't know this one. Flex those fingers, here it comes. Which of the following toys best represents the design of the Guggenheim Museum? Pyraminx, Slinky, Nerf football, or a Chutes and Ladders game? That's what you get for stealing cable. Player 1, player 3, grab it! It's all you! The Guggenheim is in the shape of a spiral. You know, like a Slinky. Sometimes I wrap up Barbie in the Slinky and pretend she's all confused looking at the Kandinsky. Player 3, time to make a choice. May I introduce getting a real bang out of your toys. You get it right, you get $2K. Here's the question. Imagine a new line of toy guns is put out this year by the manufacturers of real guns. There's a great idea. Which of the following items will you not find in your local toy store? Smith & Wesson. Smith & Wesson, Luger, and Browning are all names of leading gun manufacturers. Ain't no Elroy, cowboy. Yeah, but I'll tell you, there is nothing cuter than a bunch of little tykes running around with their toy guns, screaming and yelling in your ear, "You're dead, Uncle Schmitty, I blew you up!" Jumping on your back after a big holiday meal when you just want to watch a little TV. Oh, they grow up too fast, don't they? Player 1, what are we doing? Well, what do we have here? It takes a steady hand. You get this one right, you get 3,000 greenbacks. Uh-oh, looks like the operation guy isn't doing so good. This is not a game anymore, huh? His broken heart could really do with some fixing. Given the doll who has a visible heart, who'd make the most likely donor to save the operation guy's life? Player 2, you're getting screwed. Let's give something back. Here's Rongy. Player 1, player 3, you want it? Player 3, do it. Nah, Betsy Wetsy would be more likely to donate an overactive bladder to the operation guy. Player 1, it's yours if you want it. Player 1, do it. Well, the first step is admitting you have a problem. Say, you think it might be this one? Raggedy Ann has always had a heart. She also has that triangle for a nose. Too bad Operation doesn't have a rhinoplasty card, huh? Player 2, take your pick. Let's have a big warm welcome for MAD, Mothers Against Dumb Dolls. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. One question coming right up. If a regular old doll wants to hurt a Cabbage Patch Kid's feelings, what can it honestly say? You're adopted, you talk too much, you wet yourself, or you're wooden. Cabbage Patch Kids are not wooden, but they still do burn pretty easily. I'm afraid I'm not allowed to tell you how I know that. Player 1. Player 3, have at it. I'll tell you what, this'll be our little secret. Player 1, you can take it. Player 1. The gimmick, or rather one of the many gimmicks about Cabbage Patch Kids is that they come with adoption papers for kids to fill out. Although thank God you can't adopt real babies at Toys R Us. Just a thought. Player 1, tell me what's next. Well, very nice pickin'. Get ready to play a When Did Happen? Alright, I'm gonna show you an event like this. Man first walks on the moon. Then I'm gonna list off 7 other events like this one. All you gotta do for each one is tell me whether it happened before or after man first walked on the moon, or if it never happened at all. Buzz in when the correct answer is lit, you'll get $1,000. But be careful, if you buzz in when the incorrect answer is lit, you lose $1,000 each time you're wrong. Hope you got all that. Let's do it. The category for this When Did Happen is machine washable in hell. Hey, if you think you've got it hard, imagine what it would have been like if you were a toy, suffering all that torture at the hands of children. That is, until this event. The movie Child's Play introduces Chucky, the vengeful killer doll. Now tell me if this happened before Child's Play came out, after, or if it never happened at all. Okay, let's check it out. Ooh, players 1 and 2 tied. This is going to be exciting. Let's take a look at the scores. Player 1 still ahead. Okay, let's get on with the rest of the show, shall we? Player 1, your choice. For your viewing pleasure, communicable playthings. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. See what you can do with this one. Imagine your kid asks for cooties this holiday. If you can't afford the brand name toy because you spent all your money on booze, but settle for just regular cooties instead, what will you give to your child? And no, a bottle of bourbon is not the answer. Ticks, lice, spiders, or tapeworms. Cooties are another name for body lice. Ah yes, cooties. Truly, the gift that really does keep on giving. What's it gonna be, player 2? This one's called Mario and Luigi Have All My Money. How does $2,000 sound? So does this sound familiar? You get one video game system, blink twice, and a brand new, twice as expensive one is out. That's why you ought to just stick with You Don't Know Jack. At least you don't need no new fancy system thingy every time the sun comes up or something like that. Anyway, I'm sorry. Why don't you see if you can complete this sequence for me? Nintendo, blank, blank, Nintendo 64. Is it Nintendo Tall, Nintendo Grande, Nintendo System 2, Nintendo 48, Game Boy Super Nintendo, or Intellivision ColecoVision? First came the regular old Nintendo, then the handheld Game Boy, next the Super Nintendo, and then Nintendo 64. Please note, this question will be updated next week. Player 1, give me a category. Coming at you. Now I know my ABCs. Well, not really. $2,000 for a correct answer. Okay, so you know how the R in the Toys R Us logo is written backwards? Well, now you do. Considering which alphabet contains a reversed R, what accessory would be most appropriate to add to Jeffrey's outfit? A French beret, an Arabian turban, a Russian babushka, or a Greek fraternity cap? The backwards R is part of the Russian or Cyrillic alphabet, so my little friend Jeffrey might wear a babushka. Of course, this pretty much explains why back in the 80s, Toys R Us really pushed their Mikhail Gorbachev birthmark temporary deluxe tattoo set. Pick a cat. Uh-oh, fresh slut tits eyesore.
It's time for a Flip for Dish Mess Fun.
Take a look at this gibberish category. Pristine ladies prefer parched mouths. $10,000 right off the bat for this one. Now, as soon as you know the answer, you buzz in and start typing, because I'm going to take away some of that cash every second and a half. Alrighty, if you want to walk out of here alive, you have to tell me what consumer item's name rhymes with this gibberish phrase. Hock phlegm, shock femme, no clots, and pay no attention to the punctuation or that man behind the curtain. Here we go, first clue, it's the name of a toy. Salivating Ken? It's the name of a toy in which robots have a boxing match. Salivating Ken gets beat up by Robot Skipper. Here's your last clue. They really rock and sock. Oh, no wonder you're so soft. As a child, you never had the fun of watching a boxing match between the Hockflem Shockfem No-Clots. Of course, nowadays, they also have Glores, the gorgeous ladies of Rock'em Sock'em Robots. Your call, player 2. Let's see what we got going. Gifts for the pinhead on your list. One right answer and you got $6,000 coming at you. Let's see how you handle this one. Imagine Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies writes to Santa Claus. Given the item Pinhead adores, what toy will he most likely request as a stocking stuffer? Rubik's Cube, Play-Doh, Chinese finger prison, or Yahtzee? Take a shot, player 2. This is going down on your permanent record. Player 1, player 3, you want it? It's all you. See ya. What do you say, player 1?
Oh, I guess I'll take my ones.
Gee, I wonder what the answer is. In Hellraiser, people enter the abode of tortured souls when they solve the puzzle of a Rubik's Cube-like box.
Now, Pinhead, I see here on my list that you've been a very naughty... Ooh, a plate of cookies. Here's your cube. Torture away.
Category time, player 2.
Tra-la-la, tra-la-lee. Here's a question for you.
Shake hands with, comes with scuba gear. Gene pool sold separately. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Eyes forward, we're going. If humans evolve as G.I. Joe dolls did between the 60s and the 80s, what will we be like in the future? We'll all have the ability to speak. We'll all have kung fu grip. The first G.I. Joe dolls were 11.5 inches tall. The second generation were only 3 3/4. Because as everyone knows, with soldiers, the shorter the better. You can fit more in a tank that way. Player 2, how about a category? For your enjoyment, the Who Cares Bears. How does $4,000 grab you? Okay, imagine this. It's Christmas morning, and you just can't wait to go downstairs and play with your new Care Bears. Oh, isn't that sweet? Unfortunately, since it's the middle of winter, your Care Bears are all hibernating. Ha ha! Which of the following situations do you not witness? Good Luck Bears, breath stops. Funshine Bears, temperature drops. Tender Heart Bears, heart slows down. Or Bedtime Bear is in a deep, deep sleep. Player 2. The lights are on, but nobody's home. You're wrong and you smell like ass. Player one, it's yours if you want it. It's all yours. During hibernation, an animal's body temperature lowers, its heart rate slows, and it sleeps for many days or weeks in a row, but never stops breathing. Of course, if Good Luck Bear's breathing really does stop, we could always call him Crap Outta Luck Bear. Player one, why don't you give me a category? Today's specialties include A Girl's Guide to Head. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Okay, you know those disembodied plastic heads that little girls play with? They put makeup on them and do their hair and stuff. Well, if a series of plastic heads comes out modeled after famous women who have been beheaded, with whose head will little girls not get to play? Lady Jane Grey. Queen Elizabeth was not beheaded. In fact, she lived to the ripe old age of 70. But, you know, somehow it just doesn't seem right to slap glitter eyeshadow and lip gloss on a 70-year-old virgin. Player two, what do you want? And our special guest tonight, toys that cause motion sickness. 4K coming your way for a right answer. Hey, here comes a fill-in-the-blank question, so get your finger out of your nose, and when you know what toy I've got here, type in the answer. I have these little figures, and oh, no, they're falling down. No, they're not. They're oval guys, and they're falling again. No, back up. They keep wobbling, but won't fall down. What toy am I playing with? Nobody wants it, huh? Hey, player one, you've been showing off for a while. Why don't you take it?
Don't be a wimp!
Let's see what you got, player one. Type in that answer and then hit return. Maybe you want to start typing now. Up. Too late now. Player two, player three, who wants it? Player three, show me some magic. Type in that answer and hit. Lame. Player two, now's the time. Too bad you didn't type this. Just like the man on TV says, weebles wobble, but they won't fall down. Unlike me. Hell, I pack on a few pounds, and not only am I weebling and wobbling about, I can barely stand. You're about to embark upon the attack. Hit your buzzer when you see two words that match. $2,000 if you're right, $2,000 off if you're wrong. It's not so hard. Just remember this.
Remember the clue.
It's got to be a match that fits this clue. I'm stuck in a two-dimensional world. Oh well, at least it would make my waistline disappear. Player 3, was that some sort of brilliant plan to suck up until the end? Let's see the final score. Player 1's got it. Good win, Player 1. Listen, I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. Seems we just get started, and before you know it, comes the time we have to say...
You don't know Jack!
Hey, kids, have you heard? It's cool to be a nerd. And now there's a cereal for
Player
you and
1,
all your
you're on
dorky
top.
friends.
Do you
Milquetoast,
like
the
it on
cereal
top?
computer
Let me know if you want to
Screw
play
the
another
famous
game.
sports celebrities.
So if you really like this episode, go ahead and hit F and save it as a favorite. That way you'll be able to play it whenever you want.
Okay. Keep your body micro-soft. One mushy spoonful of Milk Toast cereal will have you wheezing for more. Don't be afraid. Ask for it by name. Milk Toast. Breakfast of Gigglewimps.
At the American Produce Corporation, we respect how our forefathers farmed the earth by hand.
And how the earth will be farmed in the future using advanced microchip technology.
That's why we keep it simple.
A single large supercomputer handles all farm duties.
The American Produce Corporation. Family owned and operated until 1982.
Then bought out by a billion-dollar corporation.
Artificial intelligence will feed the world fruits and vegetables for the future.
You want to hear bad luck? I lost my job, my house, my dog got run over.
Don't break the chain.
Just like the letter said, it started within 24 hours. First, I slammed the car door in my hand 3 times. Then my hair fell out. I slept with my dad.
Don't break the chain.
My fiance had a dentist appointment. It was just a routine cavity. I mean, how do you die from getting a filling? It only got worse after that. I contracted malaria, I got struck by lightning, slept with my dad.
How hard is it to make 10 copies to send to 10 friends? That's what, $3.30 in stamps? Look, bad luck happens. This is no joke. Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Don't break the chain.
Brought to you by the United States Postal Service.
Hearts.
Flowers.
Bunny rabbits.
Teddy bears.
Babies.
Ponies.
This commercial may not be funny, but at least it doesn't offend anyone. Let's hold hands.
This public service announcement brought to you by the Politically Correct Coalition, raising sensitivity issues throughout the upper middle class, primarily white, college-educated segment of the population for over 8 years.
Hi there, I'm Peter Fully from the American Council on Urine. If you have an opportunity to pee, grab that opportunity and pee into the appropriate receptacle of your choice. I just did, and I feel great.
The American Council on Urine.
I thought about holding the door open for her, but when I looked down at my bracelet, I thought, what would Satan do? So I slammed the door in her face and bit the heads off all the lab rats. Satanko.
Sounds like someone just lost a radio. Does everyone ignore your car alarm? Well, there's no ignoring the screaming Mimi. Your car is always in danger, so the screaming Mimi keeps screaming all the time. All eyes will be on your car, guaranteed.
Hey, would you shut that thing up?
See what I mean?
Also available, the Screaming Mimi smoke detector and the Screaming Mimi baby monitor.
In every city, in every park, an unspeakable evil lurks. An evil which takes no prisoners. An evil which has no equal. So grab the children and get out of town, because pure evil is just around the corner. And to her, this ain't no game.
Get the ball! Get him! I said get him!
Soccer mom, win or die.
Coach! Run, Jimmy! For God's sake, just run! Look out for that
Coming October 31st to a theater near you. Rated NC-17. No children under 17 allowed.